Sky News has found evidence that graphic images of self-harm are still circulating on the social media platform Instagram a month after it promised to remove them. The company has been under pressure after the death of teenager Molly Russell, who took her own life 6 days before her 15th birthday. And Sky News has spoken to another young woman, the current Miss England, Alisha Cowie, who says content she saw on Instagram led her to self-harm. Our home editor, Jason Farrell, has this special report.
Alisha Cowie, Miss England!
6 months ago, Alisha Cowie was crowned Miss England. Happy and healthy now, but as a teenager, she says she was dragged into a dark place by Instagram. Searching for fitness advice, she found herself in a community that encouraged anorexia and self-harm.
I would self-harm on my arms and my legs.
And this was suggested to you?
On Instagram. It was a post that I seen on Instagram. Before that, I had no idea what...
So something you would not have thought of doing?
No, definitely not. I didn't have any idea of what it was. I was only 13 and never come across suicide or self-harm.
And this just pops up on your timeline?
Yeah, from the post that I was suggested from the weight loss, it had a hashtag which was for anorexic people to post pictures of how they're feeling. And from that, there was self-harm and pictures under this anorexic hashtag.
So those two things seem to be almost
hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Aged 13, Alisha should have been putting on weight, but in the course of a year lost 3 stone. Eventually, a friend's suicide shocked her out of her downward spiral.
It does destroy lives, and it ends lives sometimes, so it needs to be kind of figured out.
In 2017, Molly Russell took her own life after viewing self-harm and suicide material on Instagram. A high-profile campaign by her family forced the social media company to make a statement last month that our aim is to have no graphic self-harm or graphic suicide-related content on Instagram. So we set up an account to test whether they'd kept their promise. It took very little time to find that they hadn't.
We're not going to show you any of these images because they are far too distressing, and nor will we explain how we accessed them, but they show in graphic detail methods of self-harm and of suicide. It is not only glamorized but also instructional. It is the exact thing that Instagram said it would get rid of over a month ago, but it's far too easily accessible without any filters or warnings.
There are some searches on Instagram that prompt a filter page offering constructive help with links through to groups such as the Samaritans, but images and messages that glamorise excessive weight loss are still too easy to find. At Latimer High School in West London, teachers are worried.
Parents have said to me that part of the battle when trying to help with their child's recovery is the easy access that they have to these communities of people who are essentially undoing all the good work that the hospital and the parents are trying to do.
In a statement, Instagram said, "We do not and have never allowed content that encourages or promotes suicide or self-injury, which includes eating disorders, and will remove it as soon as we're made aware of it. As a result of the ongoing expert review into our approach to all suicide and self-injury content, we no longer allow any graphic images of self-harm." The company has now removed the self-harm images we identified to them and told Sky News it's expecting to make adjustments to its policy around eating disorders and is consulting experts on how to get it right. Jason Farrell, Sky News.